Conference USA Volleyball Championships coming up here this weekend in Miami, hosted by FIU and the Liberty Lady Flames with the number 5 seed. I'm Nick Pierce, visiting now with junior outside hitter Jenna Otts as she and the Lady Flames get ready to take on FIU in the opening round. Jenna, what's the preparation like now? It's postseason time. The regular season's in the rearview mirror. How are you all preparing for FIU?
Yeah, well, coaches talked to us a lot about this week and how postseason is a brand new season for everyone, and it's a chance for us to start over and play like the team that we've been playing like, and even at a higher level. I think we've just been preparing for FIU since we played them earlier in the season, watching back that film, watching their film from recently, just studying their players in a new way and seeing what we did wrong and we did right in the last game, and then implementing that into our practices.
Yeah, you did a lot of things right personally in those two games. I think 20 kills in the first match, 15 in the second match. Are you excited to get them again?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I was happy with my play, but I also think I could play better in many instances, and I think it's not over till it's over. So we all have the dog mentality of going to this game to play the best we can.
Now, it's been about a month ago since you all played FIU. Is it still easier in some respects, having played them twice already, to prepare for them again?
Yeah, I think it's hard to beat a team 3 times on their side, and we have kind of a revenge mentality going in that we want to win this game no matter what. So I think it's going to be a little bit tougher for them, but we're ready for them. Friday
Afternoon game, is that a good thing for you personally? Do you like earlier in the day, or would you rather get up for night, or what is it for you personally?
Yeah, I like afternoon to night games. I think I personally like to sleep, so I like to get a little bit of sleep in. But I think you get a little bit more hype and more just energized before the game. If it's an afternoon and night game, you're just very excited for it. So.
Yeah, another thing this year, you're playing with one of your former teammates at Gardner-Webb. You transferred in from there. Molly Littlefield transfers in this year. You all playing together again here. What were the conversations like with her once she hit the portal? And was it kind of a thing where you're like, hey, might want to take a look up here at Liberty?
Yeah, well, she texted me out of the blue, and she was like, hey, what do you know about Liberty? Because I go here. And I was like, wow, you're thinking about transferring to Liberty? And then we just started talking in January, I think, and she was asking me a lot of questions about coach and the school and everything, and obviously I had glowing recommendations for everything. And she actually ended up going here, so I'm really happy to be playing with her for another season.
Yeah, what's it been like getting out there on the floor with her again, and you guys playing together again?
It's been just like old times. We had a great time at Gardner-Webb. She used to sub in for me back row, so we were kind of just like the duo coming up. But yeah, I love Molly, and I love everything that she's been doing for our team.
Another thing to ask you about here this week, heading into this tournament, home state. You're from Florida, but more towards the Jacksonville area, so about a 4.5-5 hour drive probably for your family. But you're going to have some folks there at the gym this weekend?
Yeah, I'll have some family there. They're super excited to come support our entire team. They have a lot of fat heads of me, so you'll probably see me in the stands.
Excited to get to Miami?
Yes, I miss Florida a lot, and I'm really excited that we get to go to the beach too.
Very good. Well, hopefully you get some wins. You stay down there, for as long as possible, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, hey, Jenna, appreciate your time. Best of luck to you coming up here in the conference tournament.
Thank you so much.
All right, here now with the head coach, Jeremy White, getting his team ready for the postseason. FIU, first team on the docket in the 4-5 matchup coming up here on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock in Miami. All right, third time you're facing FIU. Is that easier to prepare for when you see a team for the third time?
It's you kind of know the tendencies of the attackers already, so you kind of know what they like to do offensively, and they really haven't changed too much from what they're trying to accomplish. So it's like it makes it easier in the preparation process because you've done it once already.
Talking to Jenna a little bit, she mentioned something that I thought about as well. Tough to beat a team 3 times. You lost a couple of 4-set matches to them here at home. Maybe the pressure's on them on their home floor to do this for a third time. Do you think that there's anything to that?
Yes and no. I think it kind of depends on how your team takes it. I've had years where we've beat teams 3 times in a row and everything like that, and I've had years when you're right. It definitely affects it. I think the biggest piece is going to be how do we handle the adjustments to the things that we didn't do well last time, right? So if we come in and continue to allow them to have the tendencies or allow them to have the swings that we gave them, the first 2 matches or that first weekend, then we're a failure in our preparation. So it's we're going to have to do a better job of handling those pieces. If we do, then I think last time we played by our standards rather poorly, and so I think it could be a very different match if we handle our business.
Sophie Vogel, Kira Givens, too, that you have to have start on the scouting report. Didn't handle them all that well at times last time around. Do you change anything you do defensively this time?
Not too much. I think the big piece, day one, we did a really good job on Givens. We did not do a very good job on Vogel either day. Givens gets pulled, comes back the next day, goes off on us. I think that was really more to do with us kind of getting away from, the things that we did well the first day. But Vogel, we know exactly what kind of an attacker she is, what she likes to do as far as thumb down attacks and things like that are really kind of her tendencies, and we're just going to do a better job of defending them, and our middles really have to do a better job of just being in their face.
You can't get to the semifinals before you win this game, but you start thinking, from our standpoint, the media, we always like to look ahead, right? But you look at potentially UTEP, the number 1 seed in the semifinals, then you could have a Western Kentucky who's always tough, potentially in the championship round. Does it make it potentially, though, more rewarding, more sweet? Do you look at it that way as like, man, this is a tough hill to climb, but if we get to this thing, if we get to the mountaintop of this thing, it's going to be that much sweeter at the end?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the deal every year. I mean, Conference USA has been dominated regularly by Western Kentucky in the last, 6-7 years. UTEP's come along and been a major force as well. And so anytime you're in the opportunity to play against really great opponents at the end of the season, that definitely tells you've done something well, obviously. So, it's sweet, but it's going to be sweet every year, no matter what. Anytime, just don't take it for granted. The opportunities at the end of the year to be in the postseason and play against good teams with the chance to do something special is fun, no matter what year it is.
What have you learned about Conference USA now going through it the first time through as a head coach? Does it change your mind on recruiting or, what you might need going into next year? How do you view it?
Yes and no. I mean, I think a lot of it, it's the attempt to just continue to bring in athletes that are great people and great athletes, obviously, and are successful players. But I think the higher level of play is important. Kids who have regularly played at the highest levels of juniors competition and things like that are going to be huge to be able to come in and do the right things right away. But for the most part, I don't see our team as except for maybe a few people, as being that much more physical than we had at my previous institutions. And I think if you're really working hard to get into the top 100, top 75, top 50 in the country in the RPI situations, then you're probably doing yourself pretty good for the CUSA talent.
Next question, what have you learned about your team this year, having gone through a season with them?
That they have more in the tank than they think they really do. I think it's a team that at times has really, looked like young people, and then at times has really just turned it on in some special moments. Going back to the Missouri State weekend where we fired our way back into a fifth set and then just turn it on and blow them out in both of those fifths. And that's something I think that if we can build on that and attack it a little bit earlier as a team, really kind of, just live in those moments. Hey, we don't have time to take it to the fifth set. We don't have time to wait until it's go time at the end. We need to make go time right now. And but when they do that, man, they're pretty special. And when we get into those moments like that, going back to Houston, how we, Carly and how she stepped up and things like that. It's fun watching young people come into their own, developing, some intensity and grit and fire to go in and do some special things at the end of matches. And I just hope we can latch onto it a lot earlier.
Lastly here, looking at some of your top attackers, Jenna Otts, Paige Overcash, Carly O'Brien, how much are you going to need out of those three here this weekend if it's going to be a successful tournament?
When they're all three firing, we're really hard to beat. And so when it's 2 out of the 3, things get a little dicier and stuff. So there's going to be a lot of load on them offensively, but it's also going to be really important that we help take care of that. Our middles have got to step up and do some things as well. They got to, in big moments. And, Lainey has done that a lot for us throughout the year where she's maybe, they're gunning for one of our pins and Lainey comes and has a big kill in a big moment or anything like that, maybe to finish off a set or do something special. But, those three are really special kids and as far as offensively. And we go as they go. So we're going to need a lot of them all weekend.
Coach, appreciate the time. Safe travels. Best of luck in Miami.
Thank you. Appreciate it.